Men's average testosterone levels have been dropping by 1% per year for the last 2 decades. This means that your current testosterone is way lower than it needs to be and you're not even noticing. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 6 signs of low testosterone you should look out for. And then I'm gonna share with you 3 techniques I use to keep my testosterone as high as possible. Let's start off with the 2 concerning signs of low testosterone. First, you gain weight no matter what you eat. How many times have you seen that friend that's super shredded, but the dude eats whatever he wants? He's always at McDonald's. You might watch everything you eat, try to eat healthy, but you're always gaining weight. That difference comes from testosterone. You see, in a study published in the National Library of Medicine, researchers analyzed the testosterone levels in 5,959 men. They then compared their testosterone levels with their fat composition, including total body fat, fat around the abdomen, fat around the hips, fat around the thighs, and lean muscle. The researchers found that men with low testosterone stored fat at a much faster rate than men with high testosterone, regardless of their diet. So if you want to see if you're gaining weight because of your low testosterone, you can use an online BMI calculator, enter your details, and get a rough estimate of what your BMI might be. If your BMI is anything over 25, there might be a chance that your testosterone is too low. Now, keep in mind, the test isn't perfect, so if you want to get a clear picture, you need to pay attention to the other 5 signs of low testosterone I'm gonna show you in this video, because as we go through this video, the signs of low testosterone that I'm gonna show you get more and more serious. Number 2, you can't grow any facial hair. When I was younger, I could not grow a beard, and little did I know, it was a sign of low testosterone. I remember always being jealous of my friends, the ones that could grow a full dense beard. I would look in the mirror, bro, I just had like a little mustache and like a few hairs on my cheeks. I did a ton of research at the time, and I found that some men, yes, can't grow facial hair due to their genetics, but a lot of them, it's because of low testosterone. So if you're that guy that can't grow a beard, here's how to know whether you can't grow one because of your genetics or your T level. First, scan your entire body. This is your chest, your back, your toes, your upper lip, and the back of your neck. If you only have hair in 1 or 2 of these places and no hair on your face, then it's probably genetics and you just don't grow a lot of hair. If you have hair in 3 of these places, but still no facial hair, it's likely due to a mix of genetics and testosterone. Here's where I landed when I was analyzing myself. But if you have hair in all of these places, but none in your face, the chances that you have low testosterone are significantly high. Now, don't worry or freak out, because I'm gonna show you the first natural trick you can start doing to start increasing your testosterone levels and grow that full beard you're looking for. For your first natural tip, have a 3-step sleep routine. Men who sleep only 5 to 6 hours a night have testosterone levels that are comparable to men 10 years older than them. This lack of sleep can significantly reduce testosterone levels, which is crucial for fertility, muscle development, and sexual performance. This is why I use a 3-step process to ensure I get quality sleep every night. First, I'll wear blue light blocking glasses at least 1 to 2 hours before bed. Now, I don't use like the cheap blue light blocking glasses that you can barely tell. No, the ones that I use are from a company called Bond Charge. These guys are like the leaders when it comes to anything biohacking. Their blue light blocking glasses are serious. Like, they're an actual orange tint. So any sort of blue wavelength does not get through. Now, this is beneficial because blue light wavelength tricks the mind and it makes your body think it's still daylight, suppressing your melatonin levels, which is what you need to go into deep sleep. Next, I use lights in my room that are red to avoid exposing myself to blue light, because even the fluorescent lights in your room have blue light wavelength. So if you want any sort of night lights in your room so you can walk around the house, but still keep your body in that relaxed state, use red night lights. You can get these from Bond Charge as well. Another thing you can get from Bond Charge, if you don't want to get a night light, you can get a little flashlight torch. They're super inexpensive and it uses a red light, so you can still walk around your room in that relaxed low red wavelength. And lastly, number 3, I like to sleep with an eye mask. This is to just block out any sort of light. If you don't have blackout curtains, this is a much cheaper alternative and it gets you the same results that biohackers use. You use these 3 steps, you're gonna be getting perfect sleep every night and skyrocket your testosterone levels. You're just gonna feel the energy difference. All of these items are inexpensive and I got them from Bond Charge. These guys are the leader when it comes to biohacking. As a matter of fact, you can buy the entire bundle right now and get a special discount if you guys click the link down below. All right, let's go back to the sign. Number 3, you have a small finger. I know most of you got worried here, but don't worry, I'm not talking about your small Johnson. I'm talking about small fingers. If your ring finger is longer than your ring finger, it indicates that you were predisposed to higher levels of testosterone in the womb. But it also indicates a genetic predisposition to be able to put on higher levels of muscle. And the opposite is true. If your pointer finger is longer than your ring finger, then this is a sign that genetically you're predisposed to less testosterone and less genetic muscle. Now, this is not just some folklore myth. This was scientifically tested and was called the 2D to 4D ratio. It has been contested by several studies. However, a few still cite it as a rough index of the amount of testosterone you were exposed to as a fetus. Number 4, you have a feminine face. All right, so what you're seeing right now, what they call facial dimorphism, is how testosterone affects facial features. It literally will change your facial structure as you're seeing and the composition of the face. So this is how testosterone affects the face. I want you to notice key points here. Look at the width of the jaw, look at the cheekbones, and look at the brows, or the hunter eyes that they call. Notice how all those features become more prominent and more defined the higher levels of testosterone you have. Now, on the flip side, if you have high amounts of estrogen and low amounts of testosterone, like most women do, all those same features I just told you to focus on will now start to become softer. The jawline, the cheekbones, the brow length, this softer feature, this is why estrogen and low test makes your face look more feminine. So what I want you to do is go to the mirror and I want you to take a picture of yourself and look at those 3 features: your jawline, your brow line, and your cheekbone. If you have more female characteristics than male characteristics, this is a strong sign that you probably have low levels of testosterone. Now, if you have a more feminine face or any of these signs, don't worry about it, bro. It's good to know if it's even happening because it means you still have time to make a change. Which brings me to my second natural tip to increase testosterone levels. I'm gonna show you how to increase your human growth hormone without steroids. You see, human growth hormone and testosterone both contribute to muscle growth. The biggest natural effect to this hormone can be done with the sauna, but only if it's done once a week in cycles of 4 sessions. So I'm gonna show you the exact formula for how to do that. In the morning, typically on a Sunday when it's a more chill day, I spend 30 minutes in the sauna. I repeat this process again for a total of 2 30-minute sessions with a 5-minute break. And then I stop. And then either in the afternoon at night, I'll do the process one more time for a total of 4 sessions in that day. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have the time to visit a sauna or have to be going to the gym back and forth. This is why I invested in a sauna blanket. It's much more affordable than having a sauna in your room. You can tuck it away in your closet and use it whenever you want. This one also is from Bond Charge. All you do is roll it out on a flat surface. I lay inside of it and turn it on. It's gonna heat up my body using infrared technology and has the same effects of a normal sauna. And because it's red light therapy, it's also like a double effect. The red light therapy also helps increase testosterone levels. So you're getting it both from the sauna effect of heating up your body and the red light. I love this blanket. I use it all the time. It truly is a luxury, and if you want to get one yourself, I'll have it linked down below from Bond Charge. But studies have shown when you do this exact routine, you will see a 16-fold increase in human growth hormone and significant spikes in your testosterone. Now, at this point, you've seen 2 concerning signs of low testosterone, 2 scary signs of low testosterone, and then I gave you 2 ways to boost it, to counteract those signs. But now I have to show you the final part of this video. The 2 most alarming signs of low testosterone that if you have them, you need to be on high alert here. And I will end it with the most powerful way to increase your testosterone, counteract those signs. This takes me to number 5. You don't wake up in the morning with an erection. Let me ask you a straight up question. Do you wake up with an erection every morning? If not, it's a sign of low testosterone. So I'm gonna give you a simple test to check at home. For the next week, make a note of how many times you wake up with an erection. If it's every day of the week, you have extremely high levels of test. If it's 5 times in a week, you have really high levels of test. If it's 3 times a week, you have normal levels of testosterone. If it's once a week, you have low levels of testosterone. And if it's 0 times, you have extremely low levels of T. Number 6, you are terrified of competition. There are 2 types of men in this life. Those who choose the harder path to improve themselves, and those who choose an easier path to try to validate their self-worth. One guy has high testosterone, the other has low testosterone. During a study published in the National Library of Medicine, researchers gathered 120 college-aged men. They asked them questions like what their age was, how they felt when they met a man more attractive than them, and if they ever had felt threatened by anyone. Then they showed them 2 pictures, one of a man with a strong, masculine physique, and one of a man with a small, non-muscular physique. The researchers then asked, which man do you prefer to be in a wrestling match with? Afterwards, they then took saliva samples to assess each man's testosterone levels. What they found is that those men that had high levels of testosterone were less likely to be threatened by someone more attractive than them, more likely to have threatened someone, and more likely to choose the muscular man to wrestle with. On the other hand, the men with lower testosterone were easily threatened by attractive men, had never threatened anyone, and all chose the man with the smaller build to wrestle with. So, if you find yourself constantly scared of competition, you might have low testosterone. So if you have all of the signs in this video, or at least 2 in particular, these last 2 are significant. You need to use all 3 tips I'm giving you to increase your testosterone levels, which takes me to my final one. Change the lights in your room. I want you to change the bulbs in your room from regular light bulbs to red light bulbs. The red light wavelength has been proven to increase testosterone. And the funniest part is that you have already experienced this in your life and you haven't even noticed. I want you to look at this chart. As you can see, testosterone levels peak in summer and drop to their lowest points in winter. The reason for this is that during winter, you're less exposed to sunlight and the benefits of the red light wavelength that comes from the sun. That winter drop in testosterone is why depression also spikes in the winter. The good news is that you can offset this with red light therapy in your own room. Again, you can buy specific red light bulbs and put it in a lamp next to you, and you can just sit next to that lamp as you meditate in the mornings and get some of that red light exposure to start naturally increasing testosterone levels. And now, by simply watching this video, I can already tell you're a more competitive man than anybody else, because you're not only worried about your testosterone levels, if you do have low testosterone levels, you're the type of guy to take action. And that makes me proud, bro. See you next one.